You can pack on muscle quickly by training twice a day during the week of Thanksgiving and the week of Christmas, but you gotta have the right strategies in place. It's not just about doing a lot of work to grow. The sessions have to be well planned. What I like for clients is a 10 a.m. session and a 6 p.m. session. And both of them are about 40 minutes, but the way they're structured is very different. In the morning, we want to use heavier loads to stimulate more fast twitch muscle fibers. And in the evening, we want to use higher rep loads to take advantage of the conditions we created with session 1, right? So we recruited a lot of muscle fibers during the 10 a.m. session, and we have to take that into account when we're planning the 6 p.m. session so they capitalize on each other. So at 10 a.m., I might do a very heavy chest and back type of training. Maybe the rep ranges are 4 to 6 or 6 to 8, depends on the client. Pretty quick tempos and some compact rests between sets because we want that session to be 40 minutes. Now the evening session, probably a higher rep range. Maybe I'm even going to use some strip sets depending on who the client is. So the structure is very important. Also, so is recovery. You've got to accelerate recovery and use the right raw materials to grow, otherwise it ain't going to happen. You're just going to end up overtrained. And that's why the 100% MR and the muscle synthesis powder before and after both of those sessions is extremely important. Now, as you can imagine, you're going to need more high quality food when you're training twice a day, right? That's where, the holidays work really well, so you have a lot of leftovers. This turkey here, the mashed potatoes, the gravy, everything can work really well during a meal post-training, and you need 2 very well done post-workout meals for both of those sessions. And we want to make sure the right dietary fats are available because the dietary fats, especially those from the alpha, omega, M3, help to drive raw materials into hungry muscles instead of spilling over into fat cells. And also the scientifically engineered blend of essential fats that Dr. Serrano assembled does a fantastic job of naturally peaking anabolism. Anabolism, muscle growth, not a bad word, but we want to peak those levels for a longer period of time, and that depends not just on the carbohydrate consumption during the meal following training, but also the dietary fats and the proteins, right? So you need the right strategies to grow, and that's why we do it twice a day, maybe 3 or 4 days a week for the week of Thanksgiving, and then about a month later do the same thing for the week of Christmas, and that gives us some space in between to recover. You can't train twice a day for a long period of time, otherwise you're gonna overtrain. So understand the strategies are very important, and if you have questions, email me. We can talk about it. I've helped people with 12-week personalized training and nutrition programs now for well over 20 years. Scott@infinityfitness.com.